Are you ready?
I am ready.
Lando, I said, are you
You ready?
ready?
My camera just cut off. I was yelling ready. You know.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and kick off that intro because we are live.
Oh, okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Benvenuti da Underground Mobcast episode numero 7. Io sono Orlando Capo e qui come Pija is Underground. Saluta e tutti Parker.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. I'm excited to be back, Lando. I don't know about you, but there's a lot to talk about in terms of like professional wrestling. So I'm excited.
Yeah. And before we get started, okay. We started podcast right after the Raw, like the season premiere of Raw. Like literally, we just started recording as Raw ended. And also, I want to take the time that today is Columbus Day, and not only Italian Americans, they don't celebrate Columbus really. They celebrate uh, Italian American heritage. You know what I mean?
I dig it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Columbus Day is all about. That's why I put up an Instagram story. Uh, versus Adam. Razor Ramon won the title, and then like few months later, Shawn Michaels came back with another Intercontinental Championship, and he's like walking around with Diesel or Kevin Nash, doesn't really matter what you call him, but like you get the point. Saying that he's still the Intercontinental Champion, even though he wasn't because he was forced to relinquish it. But yeah, he didn't lose it, but he had to relinquish it. So they set up a match for both of them for two of the titles at WrestleMania 10 inside Madison Square Garden. And yeah, and to see who is actually the real Intercontinental Champion, even though it was Razor Ramon. But you know, just that, like, like, it put on it. Like, I say that, like, that match was, like, the match of the night, really. Because, see, like, Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels, like, they were just, I would say the number one, like, moment in that match is when Shawn Michaels was on top of the ladder, and, like, Razor Ramon was just laying flat in the middle of the ring, and then Shawn Michaels just, like, jumps off and does, like, a diving splash onto Razor Ramon.
Yeah, that match is so important to history.
Yeah, and like there was a point in the match where like Shawn Michaels got his foot stuck in the rope. It was like tied up like with like the middle and top rope, and like Shawn Michaels couldn't get out of it, and Razor Ramon just grabs a ladder and starts climbing on top of the to start climbing on top of the ladder and grabbing both championships, and all history has been made. And like he went on top. Like after the match, after he won, he climbed back on top of the ladder with both belts and does like his signature pose on top of the ladder.
Yeah.
That was a moment. That was a moment right there.
That's what WrestleMania is all about. Stuff like that. On top of that, though, I mean, it boils back to like our top 5 list, right? Who's the 5th head of Mount Rushmore? Shawn Michaels. I mean, even though he didn't have the best record at WrestleMania, he is Mr. WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
Like he puts on a good show, you know. And damn, and then like they did have the same match, but it was just for the Intercontinental. There was like no like duplicate belts of the IC title. It was just one. It was like Shawn Michaels versus Razor, like in SummerSlam in 1995, in a ladder match, which Shawn Michaels won. Like he was still the champion at that time. But yeah, they had an incredible performance, really.
Yeah, I mean, putting a ladder in the mix with someone like Shawn Michaels, who was so innovative, so creative in the ring, such a master at what he did. Never a bad choice. Plus someone like Scott Hall, who had been around even before Razor Ramon. He had been around in the independent scene in the NWA for a decent amount of time. So I mean, it wasn't like he was just some green worker. He knew what he was doing. So I don't ever think it's a bad mix.
I mean, yeah.
And it really does show like how big the Intercontinental Championship was too. I mean that was a WrestleMania main event before the main event.
Mm-hmm. It was. It was literally the match of the night at WrestleMania 10. Anyways, you also texted me saying that like you do finishers of the week.
So more so like top finishers, just like a one. We could do of the week if you wanted to do
Oh,
something like that. I was thinking more of like the one time, but
oh, one time. Oh, I mean, yeah, just one time. Even though we have Magic League, we could just do this once with finishers. You
all
do
right,
it like four.
yeah.
Put down four
That way we
finishers.
can break it up into brackets.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So let's hear
Like
your four.
beer,
All right, but who's
sweet
spear?
chin.
Who's spear?
Who's? Oh, shit. Ah, man. Yeah. The only two people that I have in mind is Edge and Roman Reigns.
Dude, I literally. What about Goldberg?
I mean, Goldberg. I mean, yeah, but who would you prefer? One of those three.
I don't know. I mean, it depends on like what you're aiming for. Because if we're talking like top finishing moves, like effectiveness, it'd probably be Goldberg's spear.
I mean,
I don't
Roman
know.
Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Like Roman Reigns. I mean, he he kind of just like does this spear out of nowhere. Like somebody does like a springboard. Like you see, like you remember AJ Styles went for phenomenal forearm, and Roman Reigns hits him with a spear, and also like Survivor Series of 2013, he did like a double spear on God who it was a double spear on the Usos, I believe. Yeah, I think it was the Usos. Um, and he also did a spear uh like on the Big Show once.
Yeah, the
Like it was
Big
like
Show.
yeah, it was like 2015. And yeah, I mean, okay. I gotta say Roman Reigns on this one. Roman Reigns. I just
Roman.
feel like I feel like he makes the spear way cooler. Like he does like the spear out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. All right, you want me to do mine
Uh,
or one of mine?
I yeah. What's yours?
Okay. So my first one, Stone Cold Stunner.
Okay. Okay. Uh, mine. My second one is Sweet Chin Music.
Ooh, it's
Once
a
again,
solid
it's a
pick.
finisher that's like out of nowhere.
And Notorious.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Solid pick.
Uh,
All right. My next one. I think I'm gonna steal one off your list. RKO.
nope, that's not on my list. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it, but I was also thinking like of like finishers that are like outside of WWE.
Ooh, I feel like I know what's coming next. Go ahead.
One winged angel.
Yep. Yep. I knew it. I knew it.
Because nobody kicks out of the one winged angel.
Nobody, dude.
Nobody.
Nobody. All right. Let me go with the Tombstone.
Okay.
You're making it
Uh,
hard on me. I have like a list here of prospects, just so in case you steal one.
okay. Hopefully, this is not on your list. my last one. Swanton bomb.
Ooh, that one was not on my list. So when I was doing it, I was thinking like dominant. Like what is? That's why I'm so glad that you did Kenny's.
Hmm.
All right, then I'm gonna go with the F5.
Okay. F5.
Do you have some honorable mentions?
Uh, nope. I have nothing to say.
Okay, so my honorable mentions would be the pedigree, the leg drop, Hulk Hogan's leg drop.
Really?
Listen, if
I
we're talking
mean,
about effectiveness,
okay, okay.
and then the yes lock.
The yes lock.
Yeah. We need to talk about effectiveness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I put them into brackets.
Okay.
This is going to be hard, buddy. So buckle in. Alright, Roman Reigns spear or the Stone Cold Stunner? What is a better finishing move? It's hard, isn't it? It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Well, the spear, a move where you could just like catch your opponent off guard or out of nowhere. Really, like I said before that say some if your opponent is doing like a springboard move and then you just hit him with the spear, or maybe if you toss him in the air and then you hit him with the spear like at and as he's flying through the air. You know what I mean? Like you lift him and then hit him.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So here's the way I'm looking at it. The Stone Cold Stunner, although it might not be as flashy, it's so iconic.
It's so iconic with the opponent because some opponents that Stone Cold that that Stone Cold puts them into the stunner is when his opponent sells it. Like The Rock, for example, he would be start flopping and rolling. You know.
Yeah. I 100% agree that it takes a certain person to like sell it, but the way I'm looking at it, hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
The effectiveness too. How many people have kicked out a Roman Reigns spear?
I mean, there are some people that kicked out of Roman Reigns' spear, like uh, Drew McIntyre,
Brock Lesnar, Goldberg,
Brock, Goldberg, the
Undertaker,
the Undertaker,
Cena.
John Cena, yes. Uh, hmm, uh, who else? Uh, Braun Strowman, I think. I think it. Yeah, I think Braun Strowman. Like back in 2017. Uh, hmm.
I guess we gotta define like what a top finishing move would be. Like, are we talking like iconic, original, most buyable? Because like if we're talking most buyable, yeah, I'm going with the spear. If we're talking about most
Yeah,
effective, I'm probably going with
yeah,
the spear
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I was thinking of the spear. Yeah, like you said, it's more bias.
Yeah, we'll go spear. Spear makes it out into round two.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Okay,
Sweet Chin Music or RKO. This one's hard too, but I think Sweet Chin
I mean,
Music.
okay. Oh, it's really Sweet Chin Music. Oh,
Were you
I
thinking
mean,
RKO?
I mean, yeah, I'm kind of thinking of RKO. Hear me out. Hear me out. Because think of the RKO out of nowhere meme and like the RKO out of nowhere moments. You know,
True.
like WrestleMania 31, where Seth Rollins was going for the curb stomp. He had his foot on Randy's uh on the back of his head, but instead, like Randy Orton got up and hit him with the RKO. Well, Seth Rollins was in midair, and where like WrestleMania 21, where Undertaker was putting Randy Orton in a chokeslam, but instead, as in midair, Randy Orton countered it into an RKO.
True. Dude,
And,
think about like the Evan
and
Bourne one, the Neville
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The Neville. I don't remember Neville being RKO'd.
Yeah, he pulled him off the ladder and dropped
Oh,
into an RKO.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Money in the bank.
yeah, yeah. Somehow I was thinking like when he was doing like a red arrow, and then went to
Oh,
RKO.
dude, could you imagine how sick that would have been?
That would be sick. Well, actually, like last March, like Randy Orton RKO'd Chad Gable when he was doing like a moonsault off the top rope and then hit him with an RKO.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going with RKO on this one.
RKO it is. All right, one winged angel or the tombstone pile driver.
Okay, one wing angel. It's a finisher that nobody kicks out. But the tombstone, I mean, like the one wing angel, I mean, like Kenny Omega, he made a name for himself in New Japan, like with the one wing angel,
Right.
and he went into AEW, and yeah, but but like, but I mean, like the Undertaker though, like he's been in WWE for 30 years. Like he wrestled for 30 years in WWE, and the Tombstone was like his main finisher that carried out his career, winning championships and having an undefeated streak at WrestleMania.
Yeah, dude, this one's hard though, because if you think about it, like no one has ever kicked out of the one winged angel.
Yeah, I mean, like I bet like if we're talking about history, I mean, like yeah, Kenny Omega, he like the one wing angel. Like I mean, yeah, he used that finisher to carry his career in New Japan all the way to AEW. But Undertaker though, like he's been wrestling in WWE for 30 years, 30 years, and he's been using the Tombstone all of his career, winning championships and having an undefeated streak at WrestleMania. So if we're talking about history, I I gotta go with Tombstone.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You do have to look at it objectively. I'm a Kenny Omega diehard though, so it's hard for me to just do this, but Tombstone makes it out to round two.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I mean the One Wing Angel, it's good, but I mean it's the Undertaker. Let's be real. He's been wrestling for 30 years.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's been whooping
and
ass and
just
taking names.
yeah, taking ass and taking names. And earlier this year, he's been inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. He was at WrestleMania, which we were at.
Yes, sir. All right, next one. Swanton Bomb or the F5?
Okay. Okay, Swanton Bomb, Jeff Hardy. I mean, like we've seen this, like the Swanton Bomb from Jeff Hardy, like from doing it on top of ladders through tables, um, off like off of uh a a truck. We seen him do a Swanton Bomb off like a 20 foot like like I don't know what you call it.
The
Like the
scaffolding?
light. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like he's like a true daredevil, like a true daredevil, and he knows how to put on a good show. Like he takes a lot of risk, and like he like yeah, like just yeah, he's just amazing with the Swanton Bomb, taking a lot of risk. Like for example, like I said, he did a Swanton Bomb off the ladder through a table, um, on top of a trailer, and off of one of like the stage lights, and like on top of a well, like you remember the Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy match at Hell in a Cell in 2018?
Yes. Dude, I will never forget that. My eyes are like scarred from seeing him take that gauge out and put a screwdriver in the hole. Ugh.
And okay, F5 Brock Lesnar. Like Brock Lesnar, I mean, he's a beast. He's a beast with the F5. But
The Beast incarnate.
the beast incarnate, yes. But like he was just like have you ever seen like when was the last time you remember where like Brock Lesnar like caught his opponent in midair and then puts him in an F5?
It's been a minute, I'll tell you that much.
I mean, yeah, like Brock Lesnar, he would use the F5 just to end his opponent quickly, but I'm like like some of his matches are like just like 5 to 10 minutes.
Sometimes not even.
Yeah, some like lesser than 5 minutes.
His freaking match with Goldberg.
Yeah,
All of his matches with Goldberg.
yeah. So, okay, to be honest, I gotta go with Swanton Bomb.
Yeah, I have to agree. Like, the Swanton Bomb, it's the whole aura of the move. Like, every crazy aspect that comes with Jeff Hardy is acquainted with that move. He's just absolutely wild. So, yeah, Swanton Bomb, we will see you in the second round.
Yeah.
All right, second round matchups. We've got the Spear, Roman Reigns Spear, and the RKO.
Okay. Both moves that can catch your opponent like off guard, really. And like like uh like the spear can catch that you can like catch your opponent with. The RKO you can also catch your opponent with. Um like if you go up to somebody and say like which finisher would you have, like spear or RKO, they're definitely gonna get RKO because you know that RKO like you see all the memes on the internet. Like it's a it's a catching finisher. Like so is the spear. The spear is also a catching finisher. But
But
I'm just
only to a
saying,
certain
like,
extent, you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And when you talk about being iconic and being original, the RKO, even though it's very similar to that of the cutter, it's been used differently, therefore it is unique.
Hmm.
So, I mean, personally, I'm cool with going RKO. I think it's a smart decision.
Hmm.
I think it's much more. I think it's much more famous too.
Yeah, yeah,
All right, now Tombstone or Swanton Bomb.
yeah. Okay. Tombstone. Uh, well, it's a like you see like it's a catching finisher. It's a catching finisher. Like I've seen Undertaker catch his opponent at one point and then put him in a tombstone. Um, he like uh like everybody loves the Undertaker. He's a legend, and he's now a Hall of Famer. And like like if you like met like a Undertaker fan, they would do like their signature they would do like the signature Undertaker like taunt, you know, like the cutting throat and with like the rolling eyes and like the tongue,
Right.
like like uh like I'm just saying like uh I'm just saying that the fans would those type of fans will go for a tombstone. But here's the thing, like Swanton Bomb, I mean, it's a risk taker, really. It's a risk taker, like Jeff Hardy. Like he takes high risk while he does a Swanton Bomb. Like it's the type of finisher that gets people out of their seats. You know,
Yeah.
like
It's very captivating, but there's also an
yeah,
aura around like the Tombstone.
yeah, yeah.
Like when he hits that, a majority of the time it's over.
I mean, yes,
He was very well protected until the end of his career.
yeah, very well protected. But yeah, this is a tough one, really. Swanton Bomb and a Tombstone.
It is a tough one.
Like, pardon me saying that the Swanton Bomb is the type of finisher that people mostly would get out of their seats. You know, that's what I'm feeling right now, to be honest.
I feel like the Swanton does get people out of their seats, but I just feel like the Tombstone is the Tombstone. It's just something about it.
Oh, damn. Uh,
We can flip a coin.
yeah, we could flip a coin.
Hey
I
Siri,
was actually about. Yeah, I was actually about to
flip a
say.
coin.
Do you have a coin? Yeah, okay, you have a
Heads.
coin. Okay. Heads. Swanton Bomb. Tails. Tombstone.
Okay, ready? We're gonna do it one more time. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Tails.
Okay. Did we get our answer?
Yeah.
Tails is Tombstone, right?
Yeah. Tails. Tombstone.
It's alright though. Now it is Tombstone and RKO.
Okay. RKO, a, fin- a finisher that people love. Like, I'm talking that, like, at school. Like, have you seen, like, one of those students that would just, like, sneak up on their friend and then would do, like a grab by the neck and say, RKO out of nowhere. You know? Because that's what happened at my middle school.
Really?
It was like, it was like back in like 2015. I was in sixth grade.
Dang.
And like every, well, I wouldn't say everybody. I would say maybe like half the people of our sixth grade. I would say mostly the guys. They did like the RKO out of nowhere on each other.
That's brutal.
And yeah.
You guys were some menaces.
Yeah. And Tombstone, which is a finisher that carried the Undertaker for 30 years, and carries his like undefeated streak, and does like a signature pin, like just grabs both the hands, put them like on his opponent's chest. It does like the rolling eyes and the tongue, like it's like a tombstone.
Right, like burying somebody.
Like burying somebody, yes. And like the RKO, like is like it's like an unexpected finisher, really. Because you don't know when Randy Orton is about to hit.
True. You never know when it's gonna strike. The Viper.
So
I don't know. What are your thoughts? It's pretty tough.
I gotta go with RKO.
And RKO it is. It really did change the landscape. It brought a lot of people to wrestling, I feel. Like, it was just so iconic. Especially in our age range. Yeah. I think that's a solid choice.
Alright. So yeah, RKO, the finisher, like the greatest finisher of all time in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean that's our winner.
Okay. Let's see. What else should we talk about next? Okay, how about this? Okay, I got one. Like last week, we experienced the death of WWE Hall of Famer and founder of New Japan Pro Wrestling, Antonio Inoki, who passed away at the age of 79. Now, let me say this. He's the founder of New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's the one who who brought in like Japanese strong style, and also he's like the first ever Asian-born and Japanese-born WWE champion, but a reign that is not officially recognized by WWE due to a controversial match ending. He's also the first ever IWGP Heavyweight Champion. He held the title in his first reign for 325 days.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah. And then he was inducted into the Hall of Fame class of 2010. Like just last night, they there was a New Japan pay-per-view going on called Declaration of Power. That was like they started out the show to pay tribute to Antonio Inoki. Yeah, Kazuchika Okada was there, like paying tribute. Also, I also want to talk about this. They're having a new championship belt in New Japan.
Really? What's the belt?
Okay, like let me just say this. Like, do you know that like New Japan has like their own network,
Yeah.
New Japan World or NJPW World, doesn't really matter. Um, so they decided to have a belt that represents like New Japan World. So they made a belt called the NJPW World Television Championship. And hold on, I have the picture, so I can just like send it to you. And I want to give your thoughts on that, really.
On like the belt or like the design?
I mean, pretty much the design. I can send it to you. It's like it's a shape of a square. Kind of
Oh,
like
yeah, what the hell?
yeah.
That is interesting to say the least.
Yeah. We'll put a picture in the podcast so you can get a look at it. Uh yeah, that is
It's
the
not the prettiest.
NJPW, like that is the New Japan World Television Championship. I mean,
It's not the
so it
worst
makes
belt I've seen, but it's not the best.
I mean it's not bad, but I mean I don't like the color strap.
I don't like the color strap. I don't like the shape of it.
It's just a fucking square.
Yeah, and then you got like the freaking side plates.
It's just it's like like on the side plates it's just a television and has like the on the left of the television is just like a play button, and on the right of the television is like the New Japan logo.
Yeah, that's not even cool.
And you can see on the belt that like on top, bottom, left, and right it says njpwworld.com.
Yeah, dude, that's whack. Honestly, there's nothing cool about that. It doesn't remind me of anything. It doesn't make it feel special. How do you even justify that ugly of a belt? I'm sorry.
I mean, okay, like the name of it, brilliant, but the design though, not a big fan. Not a big fan. And here's the thing, it's a belt for like like in New Japan, like they call rookies young lions in New Japan. So basically, it's a championship belt for for rookies, kind of. But I guess it can like also win by an actual New Japan wrestler. But like, man, like these. By the way, they're having a tournament, and the finals will take place on January 4th, 2023.
Oh my
And
lord, dude, they are holding that off for a while.
yeah, like that's the date of Wrestle Kingdom 17. And I also mentioned that I don't know if I explained this on the podcast a few weeks ago. Is where they actually having well right now they're actually having a tournament for the IWGP Women's Championship.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, yeah, it's a co-promoted championship belt, which is it's mostly owned by New Japan, but it's also part of Stardom, which is the sister promotion of New Japan. So I mean, yeah, that the New Japan World Television title, it's that marks like number 12 for New Japan. That's their 12th championship.
Yeah, I don't know, two belts. Be careful, and you start to stretch yourself thin eventually, and they start meaning nothing. I mean, look at what Vince McMahon did.
I mean, here's the thing though. Even though they're having a tournament right now with the inaugural IWGP Women's Championship, but there like two tournaments are also coming up. One is the World Tag League, and the other is the Super Junior Tag League. So I'm kind of curious of seeing what the hell is New Japan gonna do. Like that, like right now they're having a tournament for the women's championship, and coming up there are going to be two tag team tournaments, one for the heavyweights and one for the junior heavyweights. And now they introduce the New Japan World TV title, and they're going to be having a tournament full of young lions,
Right.
and the finals will take place. The finals will take place at the Tokyo Dome on January 4th, 2023. Yeah, I'm curious of seeing what is going to happen, and I want to see how they keep up with the championships. Like I said, there's like 12 championships in New Japan. Well, 10 of them being in Japan, and two of them are in the U.S. Because New Japan has their own American brand called New Japan Strong, and their main championship on New Japan Strong is the Strong Openweight Championship, and they also have the Strong Openweight Tag Team Championship. So yeah, both titles in the U.S. and 10 titles in Japan. So yeah, I'm curious of what they're gonna do for the past three for the following 3 months.
Yeah, so here's the build up's going to be very interesting. It's always hard to introduce a new championship and keep the other ones relevant at the same time.
Well, they would have like they would have more than they would have events more than one night. Like Wrestle Kingdom, uh, it's usually a 2 night event. So I mean, yeah, I mean they pretty much, I mean, they kind of keep up with their championships. They said that every championship in New Japan is prestigious.
But there's so many.
But there's so many. Soon we're gonna get 9 championships in Japan, and then 10 championships in Japan. Well, even though right now, yeah, there's 2 championships in the U.S. So it makes it right now it's a total of 10 right now, but soon there will be a total of 11, and very soon again it's a total of 12.
Dang. That's a lot of championships, man. I don't know.
And you remember like I told you that the like you remember I told you that one Mexican promotion called CMLL in Mexico.
Yeah.
They had they have 26 championships, and I even put down like the championships in the description of the back of the podcast that we did, like in one of the videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, 26.
That's a whole lot of championships, man.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
It's unnecessary. I mean, not everybody needs a belt.
I mean, I looked at their roster. There's like I would say more than 150.
So that would mean like roughly a sixth of their people get a championship.
I mean, yeah, but like I'm just like how they book the shows though, because I've looked up these guys. Some of them are like over like 1,000 days, 2,000 days, like over like they've been champions for like more than a year, more than 2 years. You know, it's just it's unbelievable.
So it sounds like they're not even like using them. They're just there.
I mean, like technically, yeah, but like I don't know what the hell they're doing in Mexico.
Dude, I always have such a hard time. Like when WWE introduces a new belt or whatever, I'm always just like, here we go again. Just making like the 24/7 belt, dude. Was it really necessary? No, it was just a joke.
Yeah, it's just a joke. I mean, you don't. I mean, nowadays you don't really see the 24/7 championship anymore.
Thank God.
Even though it says it's still active, but it's kind of like being defended on live events.
There were some like decent skits that came out of it, but in terms of actually building characters, nah.
Would you be happy if R-Truth was 24/7 champion?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the greatest. Really, he's the greatest. Like this guy knows how to make people laugh.
R-Truth is pretty good.
Yeah, and here's the thing. My dad, you met my dad. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. He like he gets a laugh or out of R-Truth, especially with like the 24/7 championship. Yeah, he gets a kick out of it.
I could see why. It was like one of the best things going for WWE for a while, actually.
Yeah.
But that says a lot about how much the product has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, let's kick right up into Extreme Rules.
Yes. Extreme Rules.
On a star scale, what are you giving it as a pay-per-view as a whole?
Man, I mean, we started out a good Donnybrook match with the Brawling Brutes.
Which I'd give like a 4.5 star.
Yeah, 4.5 star. Which brings the which brings me to ask you this: do you think that Sheamus should have one final match against Gunther?
Okay, do I think he should have won? So as a fan, right, as someone who wants to see the face win, of course, yeah, he should have won. But in terms of understanding like the way that the business works and whatever, I like that it stayed on Gunther.
I mean, okay.
They just brought back Imperium. They gotta keep him looking strong somewhat, even if it means they have to cheat a little bit. That's what heels do.
Yes. But I'm just saying, people like I mean, people are like people. I mean, they love like the Gunther versus Sheamus fight. They do. Like, I mean, you see some matches that have like a part two, like a part one, part two, and part three, like Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I would say, like, personally, I think that Sheamus should have just one more match, just one more. I'm not like just one final match against Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship, but only this time there's no interference.
That'd be cool. Throw a little stipulation on it.
Yeah, throw a stipulation. Uh, and yeah, like who knows? Who knows? Who knows what Triple H has up his sleeve? Even though like Sheamus, like he got the win at Extreme Rules to have a win over Imperium, like banger after banger after banger after banger. You know?
Dude, those guys are. You throw them together, it's an instant classic.
Yeah.
I'm impressed by both groups of guys, too. Ridge Holland is so freaking strong, dude.
Yeah.
When he
And
had both the guys up and threw them.
Also, when do you think is Butch gonna be Pete Dunne again?
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon, man.
I mean, they like when Butch was called up to the main roster, like I mean, they said that like 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 Sheamus said, even Pat McAfee, he also said that like we used to know this man by another name, but now he is known as Butch. So
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it's like even though like I remember that like Sheamus and Pat McAfee said, but I'm just saying I think it's kind of the perfect time for a name change. You know?
I wouldn't be upset with one. That's what I'll say. You know, I like the original names. I think they should probably be keeping them all the way up to the main roster, to be honest with you. But I'd be okay with it, for sure. Do I think it's necessary? No. Do I think it's going to happen anytime soon? No. I think that it works now. It is what it is. It's been that way. Why change it? If they do change it, it is what it is. I really don't care. But I wouldn't if I was Triple H.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, Donnybrook match. Next match.
How many stars do you give that?
Oh, 4.5 out of 5.
Boom.
Ronda Rousey versus Liv Morgan.
I was less impressed with this match. Probably the worst one of the night, in my opinion.
Yeah, me too. I literally didn't give zero fucks about that match.
Yeah, I must say, though, I'm very upset with the ending. I think Ronda winning it back is kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Liv has barely had a run, so WrestleMania dream not come true.
Yeah. Okay, and next match. Actually, would you rank that match? Like what? Like.
Yeah, I'll be generous and give it 3 stars.
Oh.
The in-ring performance itself wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
I gotta go with 3.
Yeah,
Stars on that one.
it just wasn't what I expected.
And what's the next? I'm trying to remember.
Bailey versus Belair, right?
Yeah, the ladder match.
Again, it was Wasn't the best, wasn't bad.
Yeah. I mean, we all know that in damage control was going to get involved.
Yep.
And yeah, I give that match a 3 star.
Yeah, I'll stick with the 3-star for that one too.
Okay, and what else? What else? What match? Oh, the Edge versus Finn Balor I Quit match.
I'll give that one a 4.5.
I mean,
No,
yeah,
I'll give
four and
that
a
one a
half.
4. I'll give that one a 4.
Mm.
Here's why. I think there was too much interference.
Oh yeah.
The storytelling was great. The match itself was okay. It probably could have lost like 10 minutes in the beginning, but it is what it is. It wasn't a bad match. It wasn't a great match. It was a pretty good match, though. I
Mm-hmm.
liked when Edge got his revenge by kicking Dom in the balls and all that good stuff, but it wasn't much to write home about either.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very hopeful that we will see like the Demon King come back here sometime soon as like the real face of this faction, but
Yeah.
it did make the faction look good though and ruthless, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So overall,
So,
4-star.
yeah, 4 stars. We actually skipped a match. Karrion Cross versus Drew McIntyre in a strap match.
This match low key let me down.
Yeah, me too. Like,
I was expecting it to be like brutal and
they just keep on slapping in the back with the strap. You know.
yeah. I mean, and like
I was.
Cross's back didn't even look that messed up.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he has tattoos, so.
Yeah, but I mean, like usually it gets all red and you can see like the little slashes and stuff in their backs, but
And Scarlett has to be involved and had to spray pepper spray
in
into.
McIntyre's face, yeah. I mean, what else are you supposed to do though? Because you know that they're not gonna make Cross lose
I mean, yeah.
in his first PPV match, bro. I mean, come on.
Like, I mean, we saw last year, he went downhill with
Yeah, but that was his
last year.
punishment.
Yeah. So, what would you rank that match?
I'll go with a 3.5. I don't know, dude. Maybe even a
I
3.
I gotta say 3.
These guys didn't have very good chemistry together either. Karrion Cross is kind of a boring performer unless you are like a high flyer. That's the only time it really works. Stylistically, like he doesn't really bang with anybody or anything like that. So
I mean, yeah, but he has a killer ass entrance.
he does have a killer ass entrance and a great aura.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I'll go with the 3-star.
Yeah. And the main event, Matt Riddle versus Seth freaking Rollins in a fight pin match, and we got Daniel. How do you pronounce his last name?
Cormier.
Cormier. Yeah, as
Cormier.
the special guest referee.
Yeah, so honestly, this match was also okay. Let's start with Seth Rollins, King of Trolling. The RVD
Mm-hmm.
homage paid was pretty cool. Um, but also kind of expected more out of this match. Thought it was going to get a little bit more brutal. Finish could have been a little bit better, but it was a good overall match. I mean, in terms of the in ring action, hell yeah. It just wasn't as extreme as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
When I thought of a fight pit, I thought like some messed up shit was gonna happen. I'm not gonna lie, I thought there was gonna be like thumbtacks and.
They're in a cage.
Do you remember Dean Ambrose's cage match against Jericho where there's thumbtacks suspended above the ring?
Well, yeah, because there was weapons out, hanging on the wall of the cage.
Yeah, so when I was thinking fight pit, I wasn't thinking that it would just be like a double decker cage.
Well, yeah, but yeah, but I mean,
It sounded a lot cooler than it was. That's pretty much.
it's just, I mean, they mentioned what a fight pit is. You're in a cage, and there's no ring ropes. It's just all like steel around the ring.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it would be more intense.
But yeah, I rate that 4 stars.
Yeah, I mean, if it would have been like Roman Reigns defending or something like that in the fight pit, it might have been a little bit cooler because something would have been on the line. But overall, like the in-ring action, like I said, it was good. I just felt like there could have been more to it.
Yeah, and okay, jumping off topic. After the match,
Woo! Lando's excited.
Yep. He's got the whole world
In his hands, he's got the whole wide world. In his hands. Yes, sir, dude, he's back! Like he never left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited to see actual Bray Wyatt back, not just the Fiend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna miss the Fiend. You know.
Yeah, it was cool while it lasted. It was just a little bit too far-fetched.
Yeah.
And Bray Wyatt, if used right, like the character as a whole, can work very well.
Yes. Now, like, so yeah, he not like the white mask. You know, the white mask.
The Purge mask.
Yeah, the purge mask. Uh, like they just said that like he's gonna appear on SmackDown.
I hope he cuts a killer promo.
Oh yeah.
I know he will too.
I wonder if it's like his like his old or like his old like entrance music, Live in Fear. Remember that
Yeah.
entrance music? Do you think? I mean, maybe they're gonna play it, or maybe it's like the White Rabbit song.
You like the White Rabbit song, don't you?
I okay. To be honest, I enjoyed like the vocals only one, like with no instruments, just the vocals, because it sounded more like a little creepy to hear than just like hearing the drums and the guitars and shit.
Fair enough. I like the Live in Fear one though, just because it's classic. Like I remember when he debuted on the main roster, I was all for it. He should have won against Cena. That's a conversation for a different time. But yeah, I want to see the Live in Fear come back. I wouldn't be upset if they didn't bring it back, but I would love to see it come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, we just have to find out this Friday.
Watch him cut the best promo we've seen on WWE television for like 5 years.
He's going to say something like, "Did you miss me?" Yeah.
Follow the buzzards. That was always, always spooky. Mufasa. You remember that from Lion King?
Mufasa.
Mufasa. Ooh. He'd like shiver. That's how I felt like when Bray Wyatt was around.
Yeah. Now we cut to the Raw season premiere.
Alright, let's just start off with this. I do not miss. I call my shots and they 100% land.
Mm-hmm.
I said it, dude. I was like, I'm pretty sure the OC's coming back. How surprised would you be? Lando, was I right?
You were right.
Damn straight I was.
Like, it was rumored, like, several months ago that, like Triple H is thinking about bringing back Gallows and Anderson. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Carl Anderson, he's the never open weight champion in New Japan. Still. And now they're back in WWE along with AJ Styles. The OCs are back. Too sweet.
How surreal was it?
Yeah. And I'm like, in my head at first, I'm like, WWE and New Japan?
No way, dude. There's no way that they opened that door.
There's no way. I'm like, WWE and New Japan? Partnership? Question mark?
No, he's gonna relinquish. Watch.
Well, no. He's not gonna relinquish it because here's what's happening. He's scheduled to on November 5th. Okay, he's scheduled on November 5th in Osaka, Japan, to face Hikuleo for the Never Openweight Championship. Now I'm thinking that he's gonna drop the belt to Hikuleo.
He has to, right? Like, there's no way WWE just lets this happen.
I mean, yeah, like I'm like, man, I would be like, I would be so surprised if like Carl Anderson just walks into WWE with the Never Openweight Championship.
If that happens, we are going to be living in a whole new decade of professional wrestling. We are literally going to be watching history unfold.
Yeah, I would literally, if I ever get to like meet Triple H in person, I will praise him. Like I'll be like, oh hell, the King of Kings, you know?
Yeah, he's my favorite professional wrestler of all time. I respect so much about what he's doing right now for professional wrestling as a whole. I mean, like, outside of bringing somebody over, if this even happens, I mean, let's be real, it probably won't. But in terms of bringing back what professional wrestling really is, whether Jim Cornette likes it or not, I am very excited. I'm very impressed. For the first time in a long time, Extreme Rules actually lived up to the name Extreme Rules.
Mm-hmm. Also, we got the DX reunion. Okay, the beginning of Raw, it was pretty funny. And also, I was kind of hoping, like, they close out the show with the reunion, and I was kind of hoping they were gonna mention something about AEW
Yeah, right.
because DX, you make the rules,
And we will break them. Yeah, dude, I knew that they weren't going to, though. There's no way that it's just not the same without Billy Gunn, though. In the first place, Mr. Ass.
Yeah.
Scissor me, daddy ass!
Scissor me, daddy ass. Anyways, but yeah, I kind of I rank the season premiere of Raw. Oh, I should also mention that Brock Lesnar returned, but and like attacked Bobby Lashley before his like U.S. title match. Then Seth Rollins defeated Bobby Lashley and become a two-time U.S. champion. Like, let me just say this: this is his first championship, like in 952 days. That's how long since Rollins was a champion.
Yeah,
952 days.
that's wild.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm actually okay with it. Like Seth Rollins winning the United States Championship.
I'm okay with it, too.
Yeah. So I I ranked Raw. it's gonna be like around like the 4-star range, right?
Yeah, I'd probably go like a 4.5. It was a pretty good episode of Raw.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good episode.
4.25 maybe.
Yeah, like a 4 to 5, or maybe a 4. Like, even though you said 4 to 5, and I say 4.5, let's make it 4 1/3.
I'm in.
So yeah, we ranked Raw 4 1/3 out of 5 stars.
And that's impressive. That's a good season premiere. I'm excited for SmackDown though, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, especially we're gonna see LA Knight's in-ring debut.
You called that one.
Yeah, I called it. Like, there's no way. Like, the fucking maximum male model bullshit fucking sucks.
Yeah, it does. Bring back Mason T-Bar.
Yeah, bring back Mason T. Or what? I'm curious. When is Triple H gonna bring back Dominic Dijakovic? Because
It's gonna happen, isn't it, on WWE.com?
I checked WWE.com. He's still known as T-Bar on there.
Dang.
I'm just curious. Oh, when he's gonna like be Dominic Dijakovic again.
Maybe send him back down to NXT and bring him back up.
I mean, yeah. I feel like he still has unfinished business with the NXT North American Championship.
I would agree.
I mean, I can picture him being I don't picture him as a world champion. I just picture him as a May Carter. Also, with him and Mace, I could see them being tag team championship material.
Yeah, they're both physically big guys, you know? They fit the role quite well.
Yeah, with the Mason T-Bar, they were good. Until Vince McMahon broke them up.
Yeah, until another installation of Vince McMahon hates factions.
Back then, I was just curious of what is going on with Vince's brand.
It was a rough time, man. It really was. 2016 was good, though. That was a prime year for professional wrestling. I just don't know what changed.
Yeah. You remember, in, December of 2018, where, the entire McMahon family started Raw and saying that, oh, we're going to listen to the people. We're going to give them what they want.
Yep.
You know? I mean, that started out good. But then, when the pandemic started, it slowly went downhill.
Yeah.
It's just when I first seeing it going downhill, I'm like, well, we're back to this bullshit again.
That's the problem. It was never reliable. Hopefully with Triple H it is, though.
Man. Even though, Vince McMahon, I mean, thank you for giving, entertainment for the past, 40 years. It's been a ride. You've been a pain in my ass. So, yeah, it's been a hell of a ride.
Yeah, he's done a lot of bad things as well outside of the wrestling industry.
I mean, yeah.
So. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like you said, it's been a ride.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's been a ride. All right. The next thing I want to talk about is that WWE announced that WrestleMania 40 will be in Philadelphia.
And boy, does that logo look sick.
Yeah, the logo looks sick, really, with the Liberty Bell.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Roman numerals again, but
I'm a fan of the Roman numerals, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the Roman numerals.
fair enough. WrestleMania 39, right? No, that's 40, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 40. 39 is this April in Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Yeah, and like I asked my parents, like, they were like I told my mom this. He's like, "Oh, we should go," and my dad's like, "Nah," because like he also said that there's been many bad things happening in Philadelphia. But me with like a face, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like my dad's from Pittsburgh. He grew up in Pittsburgh, and like a
Boo.
it's like a it's like a 5 hour drive from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia.
Go,
It's
Pack, go. Go, Pack, go.
hmm But yeah, although like the WrestleMania logo for WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia looks sick, and like I don't know, like did it say like a date for WrestleMania 40? Hold on, I'm looking it up.
I don't know, but here's what I do know. The Philadelphia fans,
I know it's about. I bet it's gonna be extreme in Philadelphia.
yeah, I sure hope so. Um,
Okay. The dates is April 6th to 2024. So the 6th and the 7th.
back with another.
I mean, I bet they're just gonna do 2 night events from now on.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that it's a better crowd than what showed up for Extreme Rules, because they were kind of dead.
And I mean, yeah. Anyways, want to wrap this up?
Yeah, let's hit that 5-question quiz. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys know the drill. Lando, go ahead and hit me with it.
Well. First off, okay. Before we do it, this quiz has 10 questions.
Woo.
Here's why. And here's why. Because since we missed last week, I decided to put in like the questions from last week into this week's quiz, along with the quiz for this week.
All
We have a
right.
total of 10. So yeah, are you ready, Parker?
Mentally, no. Physically, yes. Let's get it.
All right. This first question. I mean, it's all right. I bet you're gonna get this. Okay, ready?
I was born ready.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and start. Who became the first ever double champion in AEW history? A. Jon Moxley, B. Kenny Omega, B. Sammy Guevara, or D. Pac?
Define double champion. Because 2-time champion. And then
champion, like
championship on championship, right?
yeah.
Okay. So let's see. So Jon Moxley's out. Kenny Omega didn't win 2 AEW championships, though. That's where I think I might get caught up. Sammy Guevara won 2 TNT, but that was a unification bout. And who was the fourth option?
Pac.
Yeah, I'm going to say Pac.
Yeah, you're correct.
Let's go. See, maybe if I just start problem solving like that.
Yeah. Alright, second question. Who became the first ever Triple Crown champion winner in WWE history? Is it A, Shawn Michaels, B, Bret the Hitman Hart, C, Pedro Morales, or D, Diesel?
What is a Shawn Michaels?
What, is that your final answer or what?
Yes.
Oh. Sorry, you are wrong. It's C, Pedro Morales.
Damn it, that was my other... You dirty dog. Alright, number 3.
Okay, who won the first ever New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of the Super Juniors tournament in 1994? A, Jushin Thunder Liger, B, Black Tiger, C, Tiger Mask, or D, El Samurai?
I'm going to say Jushin Thunder Liger.
You are correct.
Let's go. 2 for 3, feeling good. We live. Lando, hit me with number 4.
Yep. Who defeated Phoenix to become the AAA Mega Champion at the Heroes Immortalis 13 pay-per-view? A, Kenny Omega, B, Jeff Jarrett, C, El Hijo del Vikingo, or D, Johnny Mundo?
D. Johnny Mundo. Final answer. Damn it.
You're wrong. It's Kenny Omega.
That's so bummy.
Yeah. I was hoping you would get that one right.
It was between Omega and Mundo.
Johnny Mundo.
Yeah.
Okay, fifth question. Who did Stone Cold Steve Austin defeat in the finals to win the 1996 King of the Ring tournament? Is it A, Ultimate Warrior, B, Michael P.S. Hayes, C, Bret the Hitman Hart, or D, Jake the Snake Roberts?
Jake the Snake.
You are correct.
Because then he cut the infamous promo. You thumbing through your Bible. Austin 316 said I just whooped your... Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, number 6. Who holds the record for being the longest reigning RPW undisputed British heavyweight champion for 919 days? Is it A, Zack Sabre Jr., B, Will Ospreay, C, Shawn Samuels, or D, Marty Scurll?
Ooh, let me go D. No. Let me go with B. Will Ospreay. It's gonna be Zack Sabre.
Correct.
Wait, I got it right?
Yeah.
Let's go! Yes!
Like he just lost it recently. But yeah, he's the longest reigning British heavyweight champion. Okay, number 7. Is it number 7? Number 7. Yeah, number 7. Who is the second Italian-born WWE superstar ever? Is it A, Bruno Sammartino, B, Santino Marella, C, Giovanni Vinci, or D, Tony D'Angelo?
Santino Marella. Final answer. Is it Bruno?
It was Giovanni Vinci.
What? So,
Like, okay, Italian-born. Okay, Santino Marella, he's a Italian descent Canadian.
dang. Okay. I gotta pay a little bit more attention to how you word it. Understood.
So yeah, Italian born. Like Giovanni Vinci was actually born in Italy. Okay, now question number 8. Which NJPW tag team carries the record for most reigns as 7-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions? It's they, Nick Jackson and Matt Jackson of the Young Bucks. B, Beretta and Rocky Romero of Roppongi Vice. C, Yo and Show of Roppongi 3K. Or D, El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru of Suzuki.
I'm gonna go with A, the Young Bucks.
You are correct.
Yes, sir. Super Kick Party.
Okay, number 9. Who became the first ever triple champion in NJPW history? A, Tetsuya Naito. B, Evil. C, El Desperado. Or D, Hiromu Takahashi.
Naito.
I'm sorry, you're wrong.
Oh, was it Evil?
Yeah, it was Evil. He was IWGP Heavyweight Champion, IWGP Intercontinental Champion, and he was also 1/3 of the Never Openweight 6-man tag team champions.
Dang.
Yeah. Okay, now this is the final question. Final one. So hopefully you get this right. So question number 10. What year did Ric Flair win his first World Championship? A, 1977. B, 1979. C, 1981. Or D, 1983.
Okay, well, define World Championship. Like, recognized by WWE or no?
Yeah, it's recognized by WWE.
Right. So is it in WWE or is it outside of WWE?
Outside of WWE.
So 81?
Final answer.
Final answer.
You are correct.
Let's go. Didn't he beat Dusty?
Was it this? Hold on, let me look. Let me look at this.
Because it was NWA, right?
Yeah, it was in the end. Yeah. This. Let's see. He did.
Yeah, I watched a documentary on him. On ESPN Plus.
Yeah, I actually watched that documentary. Like it was like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, dude, that's funny. That's pretty much when I watched it. Maybe like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was like on Disney Plus. But yeah, that is it for the Underground Mobcast. I'm Leonard Capo.
And I'm Parker, or well, PJ's Underground.
Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you guys next week.
Absolutely. Thanks. Lando, I will see you.